because we gonna watch this little creep show art video. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, almost 3 hours long. So I'm not really sure how far we're gonna get in this, if we get anywhere at all. But yeah, I know I already went live. I know I said I was gonna go for the night, but hold on, it's giving content. So let's react to it.
Was found after she made her video, and the majority of it is from her own accounts, meaning she had access to proof that actively went against her claims, and she purposely hid it in order to slander my husband and I. In response to being asked for any proof, she stated that she wouldn't lie about this because it would put her career and reputation on the line, and that my estranged relative and a former friend who physically abused me would also not lie about
What the
this
comments
because it would
looking
hurt
like?
their public image, despite neither of them being public-facing people. I will also address them at the end as well. I will be using Emily's full legal name sporadically through this video, seeing as Emily herself places it in the description box of some of her videos, and it's publicly known. This video is going to be heavily itemized, so feel free to skip to whatever chapter of this video you are interested in. Or if you would prefer to read what I am saying, a Google Doc with the script and screenshots will be accessible in the description. However, the document itself is 91 pages long as of when I'm writing this.
91 pages long.
Before I go any further, I want to quickly take the time to point out how Emily talked about her relationship with Anthony.
How are you? I'm good. We're just gonna watch this child and then I'm gonna post it after.
Destroyed my art video. Emily states that she has only had 2 bad relationships in her entire life, that being with a mutual friend named Sean, who she stated cheated on her, and the 13-year-old she dated when she was 17. She goes on to say this about all of her other relationships.
Damn.
Well, I don't know if you guys are getting sick of me talking about my exes. I've done a few videos about my love life in general, but now that I
13 and 17, that's a little sus.
Most of my exes were awesome.
Emily,
cool,
what was you doing, babe?
Or at the very least, cordial. Now, only 2 of my exes are just completely unbearable. I have no desire to ever get in contact with them ever again, and I have had about 7 relationships of substance in my entire life. The first ex that was just a piece of shit was the one that cheated on me.
Okay, girl. We don't need to listen to all this.
All I can say. The other ex.
My night's going fine. We just gonna watch this though.
Penny was a beautiful, charming young girl. We got along incredibly well. She was exactly my type, both physically and mentally, or so I thought. And the only possible foreseeable downfall to our relationship at that time was that she was a little bit immature, and she was a little bit immature because she was 4 years my junior.
This video obviously postdates her dating Anthony by 5 years, seeing as it came out in 20.
Okay, so she like him young, don't she? Emily, this is a little sus.
Threats, and she was scared of him and Bryce. This video also postdates her relationship.
Okay, so if y'all know, this is I'm not gonna put it on pause. I'm just gonna mute it because I can't. It's 2 hours long. But there's this girl, her name is Cereepshow, and pretty much she got exposed for talking shit about her friends behind her back, and also having CP, and also being a hypocrite. Like, it's a lot. Just look it up, please. I can't. It's too much to summarize. If you know, you know. But this is the video of her clearing her name.
Later, but you know, I don't hate this guy. I don't feel resentment towards him. I more feel sympathy for him, and I was really close to him at one point and felt really close to him, but I feel that closeness was completely fabricated just because he needed stuff from me. So he injured me greatly, and you know, subject of many great songs, thank goodness, but I'd never been hurt like that before. I'd never been hurt as a friend, as a lover, as a sister, as, you know, just whole around like that.
Why that was left out of the ex-girlfriend video or any of her videos, I do not know. Why Anthony was not mentioned as being a terrible relationship at that point, I do not know. Emily and Anthony dated for 3 to 4 months in 2011. Emily was 19, Anthony was 18. Her Twitter from that time affirms that. _meteor shower.
Let's just get the final statement. I'm sorry, but I can't listen to this bitch talk. I used to, and it's the weird thing. I used to love her videos, bro. I used to love watching her videos as like background noise. But I'm gonna have to watch this on my own because I can't. I don't like her no more.
It's over. I am done. I am not coming back to YouTube. I have learned that the only people I can count on in my life are the people who actually know me. And if it...
Hey. Damn. Girl, we finna read these comments from because I know these comments are eating, bro. I know these comments are eating her ass up.
A random person comes online and states I stalked them with quite sincerely no evidence and literally posts on their active accounts that disprove that. People I genuinely admired and
There's no notification. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Two people who I barely know anymore, who I barely like.
Girl, not her finna cry. We literally saw proof of what you did. Like, I know these comments eating her up, and I can't wait to read them.
Who literally have years of statements online, public, saying they hate me, and they don't really care. They came on Cody's side of this bullshit. Meanwhile, literally, no one in my life, no active friend of mine, not one friend who I'm actually close to, came forward and said, here's evidence of Shannon doing it. No one presented any evidence that holds up even a little bit to speculation. None. Which is why every lawyer, every police officer, every PI that Emily took this to immediately said she didn't have a case. Meanwhile, every lawyer I went to said I did and was eager to pursue this. And to all the people who were like, Shannon went away because she's scared of being sued. Emily couldn't have sued me. She couldn't have. I didn't do anything. Even if she tried, I said I would address Tipster, so this is for him.
Oh.
Tipster said that if I was able to prove that I didn't do what I was being accused of, that he would apologize to me. And to that, I say, fuck you, you disgusting person. You maliciously attacked my husband because you yourself couldn't scroll down far enough on Emily's Instagram and find the multiple posts that debunk her story that are still live. You're a journalist, but you just couldn't do that. There is a reason your content gets fewer and fewer views than everyone else in the YouTube commentary community, and you keep being beat out by everyone else.
God damn, girl, is this an apology or is this a rose? Okay, so Creepshow art, this is Creepshow art right now, and pretty much she was, you can just go watch a video, a quick summary, but she was like exposed for having CP and just harassing this one girl, stalking her, all this other stuff. It's not an apology, but this is supposed to be like a explanation, like an expose, and I'm like, girl, I don't even really know what's going on, to be honest, because I barely even keep up with it, but damn, she low-key eating right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. She low-key eating right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And that's because it's terrible, lazy, and reductive. You should rename your channel Secondhand News, because you can't be fucked to actually research anything before you open your ugly mouth. You watch someone else's video and you say what they said worse than they said it. You aren't a reporter, you're not a journalist, you're a joke. Just know that you are a terrible person, and you can take that forgiveness and just fuck it. Just fuck that forgiveness right off. You are just as bad as Emily, if not worse, for supporting a mob with no evidence while claiming to do all this research and claiming to care about your friends or anything. I talked to you so many times, and you once cried on stream saying if Shannon was in trouble, she would tell me not to defend her because she's a good person. And when I told you not to do that, you were like, well, that's fine, she's guilty. Even though there's evidence to say I'm not.
All right, let's see this evidence. We just gonna go through it real quick. So if you want to watch the video, it's in chapters. So I just clicked on part 6, disprove her own story. And that's 1 hour.
She didn't know in 2014 when she started working with Anthony professionally, and said it was all Anthony and me.
And again, you know, Andrew and potentially maybe Shannon did everything they could to try to find out where I was working. For some reason, they knew it was at a restaurant, a specific type of restaurant. So they literally, like, copied exactly one of my friend's Facebook accounts, took the about information, all of their pictures.
I think I'm only one watching. Well, it is late at night. I went live earlier. There was more people here. There was like 20-something people.
Can you add me again? And my dumbass was like, okay. And so
yeah, I don't think people got the notification.
I want to scream at my past self. But I accepted the friend request, and then, of course, they post, hey, does anybody know of any really cool, this specific type of cuisine restaurants in this specific location? And at that point, I'm like, you are not my friend. And so I blocked them. I knew right away that they were trying to find out where I worked. They wanted to try to bait me to be like, yeah, I work here, so that they could call and get me fired from another job.
However, after she got clean in November of 2012, she and Anthony became Facebook friends themselves, meaning that he wouldn't have needed to make a fake account to get information on her the way she says. She debunks this claim herself without realizing this on Twitter by showing their Facebook messages from this time, where she directly tells him where she is working. At this time, I was dating someone else and not speaking to Anthony at all, meaning any jealous motivations I would have, according to Emily, would be gone.
Okay. Well, okay. Creepshow, from what I'm seeing, she kind of eating right now. We're not going to go through this whole 2-hour video because I barely even know what's going on. But she kind of eating right now. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Anybody want to watch this full video and give me a breakdown, the summary? That's fine. We finna look at these comments. Not finna go because I'm tired. But here it goes. And then the viewer's voice. Oh, I like that, dude. The live keep pausing. I don't know, cause the Wi-Fi's not on, so it shouldn't be doing that. Hold on. Yeah, the Wi-Fi not on, so it shouldn't be doing that. It's still doing it? I'm about to edit this before I post it, though. But let's look at these comments. It says how quick some of y'all are to forget her account getting hacked when she was first accused of this. To be honest, Shannon does have the right to respond. However, it's being New Year's Eve and YouTube just push the update so no one can dislike suspect. Girl, it's been months. Just admit you're a horrible person and maybe people will move on. Emily admitted that she wasn't a saint. She did some terrible things, yes. She had a drug addiction, but you know what's really terrible? The fact that you dove deep into this woman's life, found things when she was 13 years old, and then said she was addicted to try to vilify her and make it seem like you're right, that you did nothing wrong. Isn't it weird that your husband was so friendly and talkative with his ex that he trolled for funsies? Damn. When he should have been hanging out with you. Isn't it weird that he only referred to you as the girl that he was seeing and not his partner or wife? Did that make you so uncomfortable that instead of confronting him on his behavior, you took it out on her? You could have confronted her too if it bothered you. Why are you putting your siblings' name out there in public? They aren't a public figure. I'm sure they have their share of problems, but it seems like something you keep within your family and not something you put on public. Why are you back, Shannon? Get a job and go to therapy. God damn. Okay. Well, the comments got tea. Exactly. So pretty much we reading the comments of the Creepshow art explanation video, and I did watch a little bit, but I really don't understand the drama well enough to even really get into the video, and it's 2 hours long and it's already like 11, so I really thought I was finna go, but I decided to pull out because I can't do that. Did you know Emily didn't do her homework, stayed up an hour? Despicable behavior. This is really sad. Being an adult woman admitting you messed up. You're trying to hold to the little shit anything you can get. Even if Emily didn't have proof for every little thing she says, she still has very good proof about most stuff. And it seems like this video mainly look at Emily's mistakes. See, it has to prove that I'm not a horrible person, but it doesn't. It just tells us that Emily has a weird past, and you sound like, well, you've been accused of being a stalker. You sound like a stalker that knows. Damn, that's a good point. That knows. Okay. That shit kind of ate. Okay, let's go watch somebody else. All right, y'all. I think I've really done enough. I really thought I was gonna be some kind of commentary channel. I really thought I was gonna give y'all that, but I'm just quite frankly not kept for real. She could have made a part 2, 3, and 4. I mean, that would have been too much still, to be honest, but like she couldn't have just condensed it like 2 fucking hours. And for what? Damn. Okay, the first video says Creepshow art returns and wastes everybody time.
So Creepshow Art dropped a 2.5-hour movie about Emily Artful and how she lied to her and how she lied to everybody over the past couple months with the whole drama that went down. This video was the biggest waste of my time that I have ever seen in a good while on my time on YouTube. Now, my
Hello.
video probably
Exactly
won't
the
end up being
movie.
that long, and I'll just say it right here. A good 2 hours of the 2.5-hour runtime is just Creepshow Art basically just trying to, I don't know if slander is the word I'm looking for, but she's bringing up old things that Emily did when she was young and trying to say, oh, she did these back then, so she's still evil and she's still a liar like she was back then.
Okay, that is kind of what. Well, what did I watch? I don't know. That is kind of what I was getting from it a little bit. She just seemed salty.
With the brain to understand that, believe it or not, people change as they grow older. I know, super fucking shocking. I remember when I was in high school, I was a bit of a more asshole than I am now, because you know what? I decided, hey, I should be a little bit nicer than how I was in high school.
Alright, we don't need this. Alright.
Creepshow Art will never change her ways. So all those posts you saw leaked from Locale a couple months ago, she still stands by those. And she knows that if anybody uses this against her in the future, she can't use the I change card, because then people are just going to bring up this video of her showing posts dating all the way back to 2006 and how Emily never changed. There's a portion of the video dedicated to where on Emily's old YouTube channel where she did anime reviews, there's this one time she reviewed One Piece in the bathtub, and there are a bunch of YouTube videos of people talking about this to prove that it existed.
On the Sugar Fruit channel, Emily ended up doing a couple of controversial things, like posting an anime review naked in a bathtub. Emily states now in 2021 that she
Stay on her neck, exactly. Like, bro, I never even got far into the Creepshow Art lore. My eye fucking up is lazy eye, y'all. Ignore that. But I never even got far into the Creepshow Art lore because, I just wasn't too interested in it, and I was kind of pissed off that one of my YouTubers that I actually kind of liked and used to watch as background noise was getting canceled. So mostly what I got from it was that she was talking shit about her friends on this website called Lolcow, and that was the first thing that really happened. That's like, and then this whole Emily person came into the picture. I didn't really care about that, but yeah. So I'm not really too much understanding what's really going on. But yeah, giving a dance party. Oh, it's okay. Oh wait, it's 12? No, it's not. For me, it's not. So it's 11:48 for me. God, Creepshow Art was right. Ooh. Well.
Community, because the YouTube anime community is filled with mostly men who saw Emily doing that as a cheap way to get subscribers and attention.
But anyways, it wasn't. It was a One Piece episode review from a girl. And I'm like, well, it's a female One Piece fan. Maybe someone cool like Zoe Redley. I thought she was cool when she was doing it. Clicked the video, and the bitch is in a bathtub naked. And I'm not even gonna tell you who it is. For one, I don't know who it is. I didn't even look up the YouTube name.
Disrespectful.
Two, it doesn't help by promoting that shit because it just only substantiates the problem I'm having.
But the reason for this to be brought up doesn't make much sense other than to prove Emily had another YouTube channel to begin with, and there was a little controversy that was around during the channel. All I can think of is it's just Creepshow Art just trying to make Emily look bad. That's all I could get from this. Like, yeah, it's weird to review anime in a bathtub. I'll admit to that. But what does this have to do with the overall picture of Emily being the liar and the manipulator ever since she was like a child? Not much. It's just a really bad YouTube video made in poor taste, and unfortunately for Emily, it pushed her out of the anime community, and for whatever reason, Creepshow Art is using it as a way to prove how she's a bad person. There's one part of the video dedicated to proving that Amy, that creepy stalker that everybody knows about by now, existed.
This part is going to be brief, but Amy is not a reference to Emily. Amy is the girl who used to harass me online, who I originally met on stardoll.com when I was in middle school. As I say in the video, but Amy did not grow up in San Jose with me. We never knew each other personally, and she was someone I strictly knew online who lived states away from me. Emily tried to state in her video that that video is secretly about her, that I was setting a backstory up to one day say that Emily was actually Amy, and by simply calling her Amy, I was referencing her because according to her, I was trying to lay breadcrumbs online to paint her as a malicious stalker.
Isn't that a coinky dink? That right there is the most passive-aggressive shit I have ever read, and is also one of the many breadcrumbs that she started leaving behind, that she had a quote-unquote stalker named Amy. I think it's funny that she picked the name Amy. I think she deliberately picked a name that was very close to mine so that if I ever came out with allegations, she could be like, see, I even chose Amy because it sounds like Emily. And of course, she picked all the things that she did to me, so then I couldn't even come out if I wanted to, because then it would seem like I was copying her instead of her copying me.
That is not the case, and it's also very stupid. The video I put up, which is still up.
Dang, she mad. God damn, she mad as hell. You hear how she's spitting this venom? That's wrong, and that's stupid as hell. Damn, she mad.
Case, and it's also very stupid. The video I put up, which is still up, has various details that do not match with Emily. It would make no sense for me to say that Emily and I were friends online ever, seeing as we never knew each other outside of her being a friend of some friends of one of my ex-boyfriend's exes before I even had a crush on him. Me stating that she grew up states away from me also does not align with her being Emily, seeing as Emily went to school in California and I know people who know her. It would make no sense for that video to be about her.
In order to prove my case, here are the cringy emails that Amy and I sent to each other in middle school.
It's fireworks, y'all. Not the shooting up a storm. Okay, so whoever's talking right now is Creepshow Art, who is the person who has been accused of so much shit. It's hard to keep track. But that's who's talking right now. She's pretty much trying to prove, oh yeah, okay. So, like, I'll just tell you who's talking when they're talking, but one of them's Creepshow, one of them's Emily. At this point, they just need to stop fucking fighting and handle it in court. That's what I think. They just need to stop fucking fighting about this shit and handle it in court. Period. Like, that's what I think. They need to just take the shit, because it's giving the James Charles and Tati Westbrook situation. When James came out here and proved all this shit, and then people were on his side again. Like, they just need to shut the fuck up and act like what they should need to do, what grown-ups do, and handle this shit in court. They have money. Period. That's it. That's what I think. I'm not reading all this. I'm really not.
But
I don't have my glasses.
That Creepshow Art shows are from 2006, and okay, let's assume that this Amy person existed, that this was a real person that Creepshow Art was talking to. Who's to say she just didn't use Amy's name and start stalking everybody under it? It's not that hard to go a little further, and Creepshow Art doesn't go any further other than just showing a couple emails way back from when she was in middle school talking to Amy. Now, if she were to show screenshots from, let's say, 2015, 2016, 17, showing that this Amy person was stalking herself, then Creepshow Art would have something to go off of. But she doesn't, because these screenshots are older than some of the people watching this video and keeping up with the drama right now. And speaking of bringing up old stuff, there are posts from 10 years ago on Twitter of Emily saying a lot of bad things about other women. But, as I said earlier, Emily has said herself she has changed. She has tried to change the way she acted back then because she knows it'll make her a better person. So all of these posts are just attack on Emily's character. That's all it is.
Aww,
there's nothing to these other
so
than just trying to make Emily
cute.
look worse than
I can't wait to celebrate it
It's
too.
so mind-blowing that she even thought these were good, valid arguments to put in this video to begin with. So right now, I'm at the 1 hour, 35 minute mark when part 14 of the video comes up, and that's when everything goes to hell. The first hour and a half, okay, it's basically just attacking Emily's character, whatever. Who cares? People attack each other on the internet all the time. This isn't nothing new. But then, Creepshow Art thinks it's a good idea to bring up a deviant art page dating all the way back to 2005. 16, almost 17 years ago, from Emily when she was in middle school, when she would obsess over her teacher because she was in love with them and had a crush on them. Creepshow Art tries to spin this as, because Emily acted this way as a child, a 13-year-old child, she is the same way today, still an asshole and whatnot.
Okay, what? Creepshow, this is pathetic. You telling me if I would have watched that whole 2-hour shit, I would have wasted my time? Creepshow, you can't be serious. We all did fuck shit when we was younger. My forehead too big. We all did fuck shit when we was younger, girl. What? What does she think that she's doing? Does she think this is giving? It's not giving.
If this isn't grasping for straws, I don't know what is. I don't have to go that in depth on why this is just complete horseshit. For those of y'all that were kids before, you've probably obsessed over some really cringy shit, especially when you're in middle school, just going through puberty. We've all done cringy things as children that could be seen as very creepy if we were to do it as adults. Creepshow Art tries to paint it as, because she did this as a child with a developing brain that was just a little over halfway developed, therefore she's still the same
as 11:57. It's in 3 minutes.
When I got to this point of the video, I shouldn't have kept watching it, honestly, but oh my god, I'm trying to get my point across and it just sounds like complete ass. As you already know, as we grow up, we learn that this stuff is creepy. Emily knows what she did was creepy, and the fact that Creepshow Art is bringing up stuff that a child did is just insane.
Got so sad.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that.
Part where Creepshow Art starts to talk about how Emily lied to everybody about being a model, how she wasn't ever signed to a real agency or whatever. Now this
I'm a
is
05,
quite simple to put it. When you're somebody, young or old, going for a passion to make themselves feel better and to brand themselves better, they say what they are going for. For example, somebody could just start making music, let's say 1 month ago. They're going to call themselves a musician because it sounds good to their brand. They like to make themselves feel better about themselves, and other people will think of them as a musician rather than just this random guy making some stupid song on YouTube for only, 10 people to watch.
Damn.
The same thing can be applied to me. I could call myself a YouTuber and only have, in my case, 20k subs, whereas somebody smaller than me might also call themselves a YouTuber. Now, personally, I don't say I'm a YouTuber just because I don't feel I'm ready, but that's another discussion entirely. But the idea of people branding themselves correctly and saying what they want to be in order to push their goals further, to convince themselves, make themselves feel better, is nothing we haven't seen before. And the fact that Creepshow Art is using this as some sort of proof that Emily's...
Alright, I'm sick of this. These two bitches just need to go and handle this shit in court. Like I said, the drama is getting dry. But the shit is racking in the views, though. It's very much racking in the views. $13 ago, 45K. 6 hours ago, 9K. Very much racking in the views. I'm gonna have to watch this on my own time. Last year before adulthood. The ball drop? Wait. Oh my god, y'all, it's 11:59. It's 11:59, y'all. Oh. Oh my god. I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to go to it. I'm trying to get to it. Okay, here it is. I found it. It's 10:59 for you? Dang. Yes, it's counting down. We're getting there. Yeah. It's about to drop, y'all. It says it's 12 o'clock for me. Yeah. The ball finna drop, y'all. Yeah. Five, four, three. Woo! Happy New Year! Hell yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah. Did it even drop? I can't see it. This is gonna be our year. Yeah. Woo! Oh my god. I'm so grateful to have y'all, bruh. Bro, someone literally commented COVID is gone now. I can't. Don't tell me. Bro, don't tell me. I wasn't off. I was watching the live stream on YouTube, the ball drop, and they were off. Because when I saw it turn 12 on my clock, there was still like 30 seconds left on theirs. I wasn't off. I was correct. Maybe it was like 30 seconds off, but it really don't matter because it's a happy new year. We are in 2022, period. I don't know. It's weird to think about because I can't even think about all the stuff I did in 2021. Like, I can't. But yeah, as far as the Cereepshow situation, this just needs to be handled in court. People who need to get sued need to get sued. People need to be paid who need to be paid. Cereepshow needs. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm on her side because I don't know enough. I'm gonna have to do more research and I'll come make a proper video. But for what I seen, she was kind of eating the girls up. She was low-key eating the girls up. That little end segment where she was cussing out that one dude, you should call your channel Secondhand News because you just regurgitate. Like, she was kind of eating. Aww. Time to tell my friend the last time we talked was last year. Like, it's ridiculous. Y'all are both grown. How do y'all have time? Like, bro, how do you have time to make a 2-hour video, a 91-page Google Doc? Like, and she probably hired somebody to do that for her. But how do you have time to edit that video? And I know with all the clips and all the extra shit she had in there, that shit took hours to edit. And it was probably longer than 2 hours, but she just edited it down. Like, how do you have time to do that? How do you have patience? Like, bro, I be getting tired editing a 15-minute video, and she sat there for hours and edited a almost 3 hour long. Girl, that's in the time it took you to watch that video, you could have went and watched a Marvel movie. You could have went and watched Endgame or something. You could have went and watched Harry Potter. Like, the video was too long. What time zone? I live in East Coast, North, South. Well, I'm on the, yeah, North, South, East, West. No,